Rosanna.
You see these all over the streets now, Greg.
I know, and a couple of, maybe 2 weeks ago, I saw this great story in the Wall Street Journal talking about these new devices that we start to see. By the way, cops don't even know how to define them. Are they bicycles? Are they motor vehicles?
By the way, they're on the sidewalks. They're everywhere. They're not just in the street.
Right. So if you're on the sidewalk and you're not, like, who's to say whether you're supposed to be on the sidewalk or in a bike lane?
I know.
They still don't know. Anyway, these things are a force to be reckoned with. Let's bring in the writer of that story, Andrew Tangle. Welcome to Good Day New York from the Wall Street Journal. How you doing?
Thank you, Greg.
So what have you Hi, Andrew. Hey. So what have you noticed about these personal vehicles now?
Well, like you, I and my colleagues see them every so often in the city, and we were wondering what they are, who's riding them, and why. And you know, I saw an electric unicycle just the other day.
You did, and I saw one of these. Actually, I was riding one of these for half the summer. Tell people what I'm on right now, please.
That is called sometimes a hoverboard or a self-balancing scooter. It's like a small Segway with no handlebars.
Right.
And so, you're doing pretty well.
By the way, you can buy those at Modell's. Our friend Robin Raven from across the street actually brought one over.
And Rosanna is on what?
That is a Segway.
A classic Segway.
Now these, I find like I don't see them that much. There are 5 kids in my building that I've seen outside on these hoverboards.
Because these are new and different. Rosanna's Segway, they've been around for about 15 years now, right?
Right, and you can't really pick up that and bring it on the subway or the PATH train or whatever.
Yeah, this one is more cumbersome. Although these are pretty heavy to get around. You know what I mean? They're hard to pick up.
Yeah, like what, 20, 30 pounds?
Yeah, it's not that bad. Andrew, let me ask you this. There have been all kinds of mishaps, right? People fall.
Well, there's no reliable source of data on that. That's one.
Anecdotally?
I met one guy we quoted in the story who, when I first met him, had bloodied elbows, and he was just learning how to ride it. But I think after some practice, he got better.
Anecdotally, I can tell you, I almost killed myself on this thing. Let's bring in one of those electric unicycles.
Totally. By the way, my niece broke her arm on that. So, yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Tim Hayden.
Tim, and what's that called?
This is a Ninebot One. It's an electric unicycle.
Oh, that's cool. You have to be really, really balanced to do, you know, and coordinated to do something like that.
It takes a little while to get going.
Well, let's see you do it.
Yeah. There you go.
So, Tim, where do you go with this?
So I commute into the office.
You commute from where to where?
I go from like Financial District to Midtown.
All right. I want, sir, what's your name?
Wally?
Wally Green, yeah.
So, Wally, you have a reputation of being the #1 person at the electric unicycle in the world.
Well, actually, #4 in the world.
Number 4 in the world.
Yes.
What makes you so good, Wally?
I have a lot of hours in and lots and lots and lots of miles. And I take it everywhere I go in New York City and all around the world.
Can you do anything fancy with it?
I could do this.
Greg, you can do that on the hoverboard.
Hey, Wally,
Come on.
am I like number 6 in the world? Wally, I thought you were going to jump the Snake River Canyon or something like that. Not bad. Sir, what's your name?
I'm Adam Goldberg.
Adam, now you're on something a bit heavier. That's heavy duty, whatever that thing is.
I feel like it's the Segway without the bar.
It is. It controls with the right and left just through the knees, so it's a little bit easier in terms of turning. But I actually commute a lot on this.
On the Segway?
On the unicycle.
Oh, on the unicycle.
But I learned how to first ride using this because the motion is very similar in terms of going front and back. So it made it easier to learn it even quicker.
Andrew, back to you. In your story, you mentioned that cops, when they see these things, they don't know whether to issue a ticket, to arrest, or to just, like, ask for a ride.
That's what some riders of these devices told us, and the police have, defined a couple of categories of devices that are not legal and have, said, as reported in the story, that some of these devices may fit into those broad categories. They're focusing on throttles, the presence of throttles on some of these gadgets, including electric bicycles and so forth, as a sort of prime thing to look for.
You know what? I want to get married on one of these
things.
Oh,
stop it.
It's so much
Andrew,
bloody fun.
Do's and don'ts of riding these things.
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy, because I am not as brave as Greg in getting on one of those.
Well, let's ask Wally, the #4 unicycle guy in the world. Do's and don'ts?
The do's, always pay attention to pedestrians, always pay attention to the road. It's very important.
Yeah.
And don't try to show off.
Oh, Greg Kelly. Tim, do you have some do's and don'ts?
Yeah, I mean, look, respect everybody. We have to share the streets and sidewalks, so be careful. We have these regular community meetups every Wednesday.
Like a motorcycle rally?
Almost.
You guys got leather jackets?
We're working on that.
We should get some.
But let me ask you something. I mean, you're in that bicycle lane. Is that where you go?
Yeah, I mean, ideally there's a bicycle lane which we can ride in. everyone's going in the same direction. It's super safe that way.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, let's.
Adam, do you have any do's and don'ts you want to?
Have as much fun as you can, and it's a great way to meet people in New York City. Everyone stops you and they ask you. It's a great way to start talking to people.
He's right about that. This and a dog. That's the key.
Okay.
If you want to meet people. All right.
This
Well,
is cool.
Andrew, thank you very much. What do you like to write about there at the Wall Street Journal?
Transportation, so everything from hoverboards to escalators to subways.
Oh, sorry. Did I just run over your toe? I did. Are you okay, Andrew?
I'm fine. I'll send you the
Okay.
bill.
All right. What do you say, guys?
We love it. Check out hoodriders.com.
All right. Let's see you do something. That's about it, huh?
That's about it for me.
All right, I can do that.
I can jump down the stage for you.
All right, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. We're going to take a quick little break, right, Greg?
Yes.
Before we get hurt. Oh, we want to thank Modell's for the hoverboard. We want to thank Robin Rabin for bringing her son's hoverboard over for us immediately.
Is that Robin? This one? This black? Oh, this is so cool. Thank you very much. Hey, but be careful. You can totally break your head on this stuff if you're not careful. Right. Happened to me twice.
Safety first.
Almost. All right. See you tomorrow. Or see you
No,
in
we'll
about
be
10
right
minutes.
back. Good Day's coming right back. How long?